Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Eric Lamborghini. Your Bitcoin is so juicy. Me. Okay. So, oh, beautiful day. I never want to leave LA. LA is the best. It's the best. Am I the only one who loves LA with a passion? Look at that beautiful light. Say no to that. I love it. Doon, 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 doon. I love it. Okay, so some big. All right, first and foremost, so one of my greatest discoveries more recently is discovering Michael Saylor. You know, still be sleeveless, be out and about. Get the real life guns. 3D mapping. All right, so lots of thoughts. First thought is, the second the sun comes out, get your ass outside. I think the reason why actually a lot of people are anxious is because these, like the most peoples, they're staying indoors all day, which is not good. The problem about being indoors all day is, I think being indoors actually breeds anxiety. The good thing about being out in the real world, direct light, or ideally in nature, you know, drive on top of the hill, get nice views, just walk around, is that I think humans are actually less anxious when we're kind of out and about in the real world. Yeah, I think much of modernity is too cramped indoors. Also had an interesting thought, like, does anxiety manifest differently in men versus women? I mean, certainly if you're like on a menstrual cycle, if you're woman, it is different like that, but I don't know. Also, like, modern day man is kind of become weird too. It's like, you know, prototypical, you know, you know, like, I don't even know how I call it. Like, should I call it like the typical LA guy, like maybe anemic? Anemic is maybe the best term. It's just like, you know, single guy, you know, dark sunglasses, hat, baseball cap, baseball trucker hat of some sort, facial hair maybe, or maybe Hitler stash. I don't know why this guy's getting Hitler stashes. Funny hat, looks like, I don't know, Rafa cycling hat. Like big pants, big baggy pants to show off, to hide your chicken legs. I don't know, like flannel also to hide yourselves. You know, drives base level, you know, Audi A3, Q3, something, right? Avoids eye contact, hair has earbuds on, you know, has a dog. It's kind of weird. So actually my big critique is, well, apparently I found out the Skims, the Kim Kardashian clothing wear thing, it's just like down the street on La Cienega for the headquarters. But anyways, yeah, you don't want me, this is just like traffic. Oh, beautiful day. Okay, so another reason why it's good to invest in Culver City, apparently Apple is making a super mega campus right down here, down what street is that, National? So yeah, if you're gonna buy property, buy in Culver City. 90232. Okay, so yeah, so beautiful. And also HBO Max, stuff like that. And also got the gigabit internet, the best thing since sliced bread. And yeah, like if you're feeling unwell and not energy to do it, just like cook some good ass ribeye, beef rib steak. Costco has some good ones for like, I think $10.99 a pound. It was really good. Made some last night. Could go with some fresh rosemary and thyme. It's lit. But anyways, so some thoughts. So how to move the world? I mean, honestly, it has to deal with money. Culver City 10, 8777 Washington. Watch out for these cars. Almost got run over, guys. Yeah, watch out for the shady cars, the hotels. Yeah, beautiful day, beautiful day. I guess I gotta be careful. Okay, so street vlogging, not for the timid. Yeah, look at this. It's beautiful light. Yeah, how much we forget that photography means painting with light. Look, You're the Dragon. So, and also be able to parkour. Sam loves it when I parkour. 3D mapping, going up, going down. My should be the first Apple Vision Pro vlogger. Yeah, it looks like okay, so some thoughts. Yeah, so thinking beyond America, you know, the promise of Bitcoin and monies. So I think the reason why money is so critical is that, I mean, obviously the money does run the world, is like, you know, like commerce, international commerce, like for example, Everlane, Lululemon, all this stuff made and produced in Vietnam. Just open up Google Maps or Apple Maps. Look how far Asia is from America. And also my big critique is America is just kind of boring, which is not good. All these people here. Oh, and also a pro tip. So at Costco, apparently, there's a really good light roast Ethiopia organic single origin at Costco. We just got it yesterday at the Marina Del Rey location. And it's actually insanely good. It's better than any loser Blue Bottle. And okay, so ever since Blue Bottle got bought out by Nestle, yeah, it's quality's gone downhill. Don't go to the loser Blue Bottles no more. I mean, even Phil's is cool too, but they're bought out by Super Mega Corporation too. I think, yeah, just maybe support the local coffee shops. Right? But anyways, yeah, it's kind of a, like, I'm gonna be the person to most accurately document this underpass. I love this color is so good. Yeah, I feel like my life, real life, is a video game. Green area, so beautiful, so beautiful. Okay, so anyways, thinking about property, digital property. Okay, so some reasons why I think the Bitcoins is a good idea is okay, so zooming out, right? You know, 21 million Bitcoins going to be in all of existence. And the funny thing with the digital commodity, it's like the ultimate limited digital commodity. And, like, it's not going to be infinite, which is a big deal, because the US dollar is essentially infinite. Is you could print, the US government, Fed Reserve, any nerd at a computer could push a button and print more US dollars into perpetuity. And with inflation today, this is a big problem. Like, none of this actually made sense for me, and I guess it's good that I didn't study economics or traditional economics, because I'm just kind of figuring it out on myself, kind of like the lights there and then the things there. And I think the reason why it's so interesting or illuminating to me is, okay, so let's say America has like $1 trillion worth of debt, or 100 trillion. I don't know. We have like at this point we've just kind of lost class. Like, so we have all this debt. How do we keep printing debt to pay off parkour? Keep paying off in between. Whoa, look at this GoPro. Okay, and also these things here. Yeah, actually what I love about the GoPro, you can just kind of have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously. And yeah, so this is the mega thought. So imagine, okay, so you got 21 million Bitcoins in all of existence, cyberspace, the internet, whatever, right? And then, like, I mean, I can't do too much. It's kind of hard thing, but it's like, do we have 21 million cities in the world? Maybe not that much. Okay, let's use the Michael Saylor analogy of like New York City. Okay, So let's say New York City, all New York City is the internet or the cyberspace. And there's, let us say there's only 21 million blocks or 21 million homes or 21 million skyscrapers as single family homes in New York City. Owning one Bitcoin is like owning one square block in the Manhattan cyberspace. Is a simple thought. Oh yeah, look at that. Ah, beautiful morning. Love my morning walks. Yeah, the secret to happiness, guys, just be able to walk everywhere. And especially in LA, that's why Culver City is so great. It's the only place that you can walk around all day, all day, all day. Yeah, you don't want to be stuck in this, guys. Look at that. That is beautiful LA for you. Oh, and also fun facts. This big red building on Venice. That's the HBO Max, Warner Brothers, Barbie movie headquarters. I guess also Amazon Prime making new Fallout movies. Fallout show, movie, not sure what's called. That's gonna be kind of cool. So like, you know those stories is like, oh yeah, it's like once upon a time my great uncles, aunts, dads, cousins, sons, dads, grandfathers bought like a tenement building in Brooklyn for like $5,000 80 years ago, and now it's worth $20 million kind of thing. I think the same sentiment is gonna apply to Bitcoin. It's gonna be like, oh, I wish I bought Bitcoin when it was only $100,000 a Bitcoin, and now it's like $100 quadrillion a Bitcoin now, right? And it's funny too, because even within our generation, right, like a lot of these single family homes in LA, even like Baldwin Hills, what is it, like they're being sold for like what, $20,000, right? Now they're selling for like at least like $1 million, 1.5 million, 1.7 million, even these like mediocre places. But anyways, so like to the average person, it's like absolutely insane. It couldn't have possibly captured nobody's thought and mentality that this would even be near way possible to like sell a house or a single family house for $1 million. Like these numbers were just like absurd even when I was a kid. Like, so for example, when I was a kid, I used to watch that show, what, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, right? Being a millionaire was a big deal. Even though there's the big there's a book called like The Millionaire Next Door, and like now that I'm a Bitcoin millionaire, I guess, right, whatevs. No, it's like, what, this is cool. It's like use a millionaire. It's like, all right, cool, you could put a all cash offer on like, you know, a townhome or a condo in LA, or find like a super, like, because if you want to find like even a decent single family house in LA, you're looking at like at least $1.7 million, which is obviously a lot of monies. Once again, the economics kind of just don't make sense for me. It's just like you gotta pay property taxes, so it kind of seems like a scam. But anyways, so I think also the problem with cryptocurrency it is, and property values, is that like, okay, so let's say you buy a single family house and then property. So let's say you buy it for $1 million, right? It's like, you know, it's pretty certain that it could be, you know, rise to $1,100,000, $100,000, 1.1, 1.2, 1.5, 1.7, maybe 2.1, what is, right? But very unlikely that your $1 million house is going to be worth $100 million. Like maybe in 200, 300 years, maybe, but at least not in this lifetime. Whereas with Bitcoins, yeah, like, I mean, I got into Bitcoin when it was $6,000 a Bitcoin, and I saw my honeypot, you know, my initial investment, I only bought 3.5 Bitcoins back in 2018, maybe 2017. And then that was when Bitcoin was only $6,000 a Bitcoin, right? And already it was already seen as overpriced, because I was actually watching Bitcoin ever since it was $300 a Bitcoin. That's actually when I started getting really interested. And then, you know, 600 and whatever, right? So yeah, and then currently, as I'm talking, Bitcoin is worth $70,000 a Bitcoin, which almost seems absurd by even like think about Amazon stock or whatever. Like all these numbers seem kind of a little bit absurd now. All right, pro tip for happiness. See all that street there, even though it's a nice walk, it's all in the shade. Don't spend even half a second in the shade. But anyways, yeah, so yeah, like it went from $6,000 a Bitcoin to $70,000. That's over a 10x gain. That's a lot. So I mean, the good thing with crypto, I've actually never lost money on it, and yeah, realized gains are quite good. But I mean, I think this is still where money and stuff is like kind of still hard to decipher, because I'll give you some examples. So people are like, oh, it's crypto, Bitcoin's not worth anything. So technically social media followers, likes, I mean 90% of the people following you are just bots anyways. Doesn't really mean anything either, but then people still value it, right? And so this is where seeing things from a sociological angle is interesting, because you do kind of start to realize and understand what humans value. None of it is actually quote unquote real. Even people are like, oh, you know, Bitcoin's fake money, it's not real money, right? But technically the US dollar, ones and zeros in computer, those aren't real either. And then you could print more paper money. Even Fernandino Galliani on Money, he thought the whole paper money thing was absolutely insane, because back then they actually used like golden ducats, like real gold. And Fernandino Galliani's theory on why paper money was still, I suppose, usable in America was because he describes America as a bunch of Quakers and Puritans, and the Quakers and Puritans, they traded amongst themselves in Great Britain, so there was trust. So that's how it worked. But anyways, before that it was just gold, digital. So yeah, actually the more I think about it now, Bitcoin as digital gold is actually a pretty smart idea, except Bitcoin is a quadrillion times better than digital gold, because, you know, like Michael Saylor says, you could transport, you know, $100 billion worth of Bitcoin from New York to Tokyo in like a few seconds or minutes or hours or whatever. Whereas with gold bars, I mean, good luck, right? And also the problem with gold bars, stuff like the Fort Knox, right, is like it's actually pretty difficult to prove that you have $100 million of gold bars somewhere. Like, what are you gonna do, take a picture of it? Like, it's like, these are my gold bars, guys. It's like, how are you gonna verify that your gold bars are real, right? It's like, it's kind of makes no sense. But with Bitcoins, like, you could just send them your Bitcoin wallet address, right? And it's like, boom, there's my Bitcoins. It exists right there, guys. It is true. And the funny thing with Bitcoin is it's actually not the fastest protocol. I mean, the Lightning Network is a good innovation, but the Bitcoin itself protocol is actually still pretty slow, but at least it's secure, and it's still like a quadrillion times faster than a fucking JP Morgan wire chases, wire transfers, or just even traditional finance. The wire transfers is at least a quadrillion times faster, so that's certainly a good innovation. So yeah, I think the more I think about it, the Bitcoins is a very good ideas. You know, watch more Michael Saylor videos. This guy's pretty underrated.